Best places to go for sustainable vacation. You want to travel, but you want to do it in a responsible way? Destinations that are good for the environment are the way to go. Tourism is responsible for 5% of the world's carbon emissions, but the $1.5 trillion that the travel business makes is important for making tourism sustainable. In this age of responsible tourism, tourists want more than just to look at sights. They want to have real experiences while being kind to the earth. Join us in this video as we go on a life-changing trip to the best places to go for a sustainable vacation. Number 1. Costa Rica. Costa Rica has more protected areas than any other country in the world. This makes it one of the best places to visit for healthy tourism. The Central American country is known for its wide range of animals, plants, beautiful beaches, rainforests, volcanoes, and stunning natural beauty. It makes sense that it is one of the most popular places for sustainable travel on the world. With 20 natural parks, 8 biological reserves, 800 miles of beautiful coastline, and 98.1% of its energy coming from renewable sources in 2016. The country is a big draw for people who care about the environment. The Green Center has a lot of cool boutique hotels that care about the environment and is often praised for its efforts to protect the environment. It's no wonder that it's one of the best places on Earth. Fun fact: La Amistad Reserve and National Park, Área de Conservación Guanacaste, and Cocos Island National Park are all UNESCO World Heritage Places in Costa Rica. Number 2. Slovenia. Slovenia is often overlooked as a tourist location, even though it is next to the Italian Alps and has beautiful views. But it is a guilt-free place to visit because it has a policy of sustainability and gets about 75% of its energy from hydroelectric dams. In addition, Ljubljana, the country's city, was chosen as the European Green City for 2016. Ljubljana is a green traveler's dream. The city buses run on natural gas, there is an electric train in the city, and 46% of the land is inside the city limits. A few sustainable travel musts in Slovenia are swimming with sea turtles, learning about the coffee, cocoa, and banana production which puts money back into the local economy, mountain hiking, and visiting eco-friendly farms that give tourists a look at how people live there. Slovenia is a country that is stunningly beautiful. From the beautiful peaks of the Julian Alps in the north to the huge cave systems in the south, the scenery you'll see will blow you away. Slovenia is also home to Bled and Bohinj, which are two of the most beautiful lakes in all of Europe. In recent years, the first place has become a real icon and a favorite among Instagrammers. Number 3. The Galapagos Islands. The Galapagos Islands are over 600 miles from the coast of Ecuador. They are cut off from the rest of the world and are home to many species that can only be found on the islands. In 1978, the Galapagos Islands became the first natural site to be named a World Heritage Site. Today, about 90% of the land is protected as a national park. Nature lovers from all over the world are drawn to this museum that is alive, breathing, and growing. The promise of rare species and world-class diving and snorkeling are the main draws. But there are steps in place to limit the number of tourists who visit the islands, and recycling, saving energy, and conserving water are of the utmost importance to make sure this amazing, biodiverse area stays in great shape for many years to come. Number 4. Borneo. Borneo is a place that needs to be protected because of how diverse it is, how many rare species it has, how healthy its environment is, and how clean its reefs are. Sustainability is at the top of the island's list of priorities, and eco-goods and services are used to help the local economy. Tourism companies like Borneo Ecotours, Sukau Rainforest Lodge, and Borneo Ecotourism Solutions and Technology Society all use the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals as their guiding principles. The country itself is a must for animal, nature, snorkeling, scuba diving, trekking, and adventure lovers. The Rafflesia arnoldi flower is a beautiful plant that only grows in the rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra. Its flower can be up to 3 feet wide and up to 15 pounds heavy. This flower is a parasite because it has no leaves, stems, or roots that can be seen. It is also the smelliest flower in the world. It is called the corpse flower, because flies are drawn to it because it smells like rotting meat. We heard at our hotel that a Rafflesia was growing in Gunung Gading National Park, a protected area about 53 miles west of Kuching, the state capital of Sarawak. Number 5. Bhutan. Have you never heard of this Buddhist country on the eastern edge of the Himalayas? There's a reason for that. This tiny country is one of the least visited in the world. It is building up its tourism slowly and carefully to protect its culture and natural resources. This secret green getaway has a set tax on tourists that goes back to the community by hiring local guides or letting people stay with local families. A fee of $250 per day is quite high for tourists. But don't worry, this means that you will be given a place to stay, food, transportation, and an official guide so that you can see the country in the most environmentally friendly way possible. Bhutan doesn't stop there, though. There's a law that says at least 60% of the country must stay green for all future generations. Right now, that number is over 70%. And, here's a shocker, Bhutan takes in more carbon than it puts out. Number 6. Peru. Since Peru is in the Andes, it's no surprise that there are lots of great hikes there. But one walk, the Colca Canyon hike, is really something special. It is the second deepest canyon in the world and the deepest canyon in Peru. Colca Canyon is a river canyon in southern Peru. It is about 4.5 hours from the city of Arequipa, which is very famous. The local tribes know the Colca Canyon as the natural home of condors, which are a sign of Hanan Pacha, or the upper world, in Inca culture. Tourists, on the other hand, see Colca Canyon as a trail to be hiked. Many people think that the Colca Canyon is one of the deepest valleys in the world. In fact, it is twice as deep as the Grand Canyon in the US, which is already a very amazing place. If you want to walk the Colca Canyon, you can do a 2 or 3 day loop that goes from the top to the bottom and back up again. The plan for both trips is about the same, but one has shorter days than the other. Number 7. Patagonia. Patagonia is at the southern end of South America and shares borders with Argentina and Chile. It has a lot of glaciers, lakes, and snow-capped mountains, but Torres del Paine National Park might be the best place to see them all. Blue lakes, trails that wind through woods, rivers, and a huge blue glacier make this one of the most untouched places on Earth. It is also a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, which means that it is a place that has not been changed by humans. The best ways to discover this natural ecosystem without hurting the land are by hiking or riding a horse. Number 8. Botswana. If you like animals, this is the green place to go. Botswana has some of the best places to see wildlife in Africa. It is home to 40% of Africa's elephant population and has a lot of lodges that offer responsible safaris. In fact, 38% of Botswana's land is made up of national parks, reserves, and wildlife management areas. The reserves not only preserve and protect the area, but they also give people work, which is important for the economy and people's lives. For game watching, the country uses solar-powered boats and electric vehicles. The goal is to give visitors a carbon-free, emission-free game viewing experience. This wildlife paradise is also getting more eco-hotels, solar lights, and water that has been used before. If you care about the Earth when you travel, this is one of the best places to go. Number 9. New Zealand. You only have to watch a few minutes of Lord of the Rings to realize that this country is ridiculously beautiful. The rolling hills of NZ are home to many natural wonders, such as glaciers, fjords, volcanic plateaus, subtropical woods, and whale and dolphin watching. So, yes, you should visit this country. And to make New Zealand even more appealing, almost a third of the land has been set aside as national parks, reserves, and heritage places to protect the country's ecological history. The White Island, Mount Cook National Park, Poor Knights Islands Marine Reserve, and Waio Tapu Geothermal Reserve are just a few of the places in New Zealand that you must visit if you want to learn about the past of this country's famous landscapes. Luxury eco-lodges like the Resurgence in the Nelson area near the Abel Tasman and eco-tours like Driftwood in Marlborough also make it easier to travel without hurting the environment. Number 10. Vietnam. Vietnam is one of the best places to visit this year if you want to travel in a way that is good for the environment. Vietnam is a very popular place to visit right now, and it's not hard to see why. It has sunny weather, a rich culture, unique foods, and very low prices. And this country is more than just a pretty face. It has protected national parks, amazing coral reefs, and one of the world's biggest lagoons. As our trip comes to an end, we're left with memories that will always stay with us. We've seen the power of green tourism, which brings us closer to nature and to each other. Share your experience in any of these places you have been to in the comment section. We would love to hear from you. Like and subscribe to the channel to see more videos with similar contents. Happy traveling and thanks for watching.